Hello, everybody. I believe that we are live and Empowered Soul Network. It's so great to have all of you here today. Can't wait to get into this interview. It's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful blast talking to Deborah Blakey. She is a life coach focusing on mindset. She's an author of a couple of books. She's got just this wonderful heart for helping people. And Deborah, I just want to welcome you here today on Power Soul Network.
Thank you so much. I am super excited to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you bet. I mean, Carla Hooker is a great supporter of our group, and she spoke so highly of you. I want to give a shout out to her for introducing us. Deborah, let's launch right in here. Tell us about what your journey, your story, what's inspired you? What helped you get to the place today? What was happening in your life that brought you forward to being of service to people?
Well, we're going to go all the way back to when I was 13 and shy.
Okay.
So I'm the actual oldest of 8 siblings from my mother. And we lived in a 2-bedroom home, the 8 of us. I'm the oldest. And with my mother and my grandmother, my father wasn't really in the picture. Well, at 13 and shy, my mother passed away. And from that point on, the trajectory of my life just took a turn. My grandmother emotionally got sick because my mother was her only child. So emotionally, she couldn't handle it anymore. So there I am, 13, having to grow up at 13 and mother my 7 siblings. So that's where it all began. And from there to my journey right now. Now, today, your girl is 65. So I am 65 today. And I just thank God that he was on this journey with me all along. I didn't know it at first, but all along, he was on this journey with me to where I am now. I have always been that type of person that is like, I wanted to learn. I had a desire to learn. I'm from a small country, right? Now, my hometown, there was what? I think 2,000 population. And just a little country girl that just had a dream that God spoke to me of what I should be doing. And I never let it go. So from there to where I am now, I've had so many traumas in life and I have a passion and a heart for people, especially women. My desire, my heart is that I can help someone else to get to where they want to be without going through everything I went through. I feel that I can touch the young girl because I can help her to grow through those growing pains. And then people my age who feel my time is over, I wasted it, I'm not enough. No, I can help that person as well. It's all our mindsets. And that's why I chose for mindset to be what I specialize in, because that's where it starts and ends.
I mean, that's beautiful. I love the journey of that. As you look back now, Deborah, on those beginning years after the passing of your loved one, what would you say over that next 5 years or the next 10 years? What would you say were the key growth points? You know, that I got this, I learned this, then it morphed into I learned this. And the idea of helping someone to identify that they're progressing, that they're taking that step. How would you define as you look back on that?
When I look back, the first 5 years was extremely challenging I was, and when I think back now, I don't even know how I did it because I'm looking at my granddaughter who is 12, and I'm looking at her thinking, she's a baby. Well, I was only 1 year older than her when I took this, right? I started working when I was 14 years old, and I've worked ever since. Now, two years after my mother passed, my grandmother passed away from a broken heart. So now I'm 15, getting ready to turn 16. And so now I'm really parenting, right? So when I look at what I learned and what I realized now that I didn't know back then, that God was creating a leader in me during those years, right? I was shy. I wouldn't even talk to people. I wouldn't stand up for myself during those times, right? I just was that quiet person who felt I didn't have a voice. What I've learned is number one, and the main thing, that God was always there with me.
Firsthand
And
help.
and the thing that I was looking for the most was already within me. But I went through so many traumas trying to find identity when my identity was in Christ. So those first probably 10, 20 years, the first time I got my boyfriend at 16, right? Because I was shy, I didn't really want to talk to boys after my grandmother passed. We were together for 2 whole years without us even kissing. Well, the first time we even engaged in any activity, I got pregnant. The first time, right? So I learned so many lessons, growing pains, traumas, setbacks, just not having a father, right? A little girl not growing up with her dad, first of all, was traumatic enough. But then mother passing and me having to raise 7 kids, right? I learned so much though. I learned about not taking life for granted. I learned that I could be here today, gone today, because of what happened to my mom. I learned that everything I need is already in me. It just needs to be developed. I need to have someone to help me get it out. I need to have systems in place and accountability partners to keep me moving forward, to keep me growing. I learned that nothing is given to you in life. You better go after what you want.
God
And
helps
I
those who help
learned,
themselves, right?
yes, the main thing is how important God is first, and family, and family, and how important it is for me to pursue the purpose that God has for my life, because my purpose is helping others. It's a passion. I, I feel so strongly about, I have a strong conviction. Like, I hate to see a woman hurting. It just like does something to me. I'm like, no, sis, right? It groomed me to be a kind, caring person. Everything that happened to me, things that I didn't deserve that was done, but I take full responsibility for my walk, right? I'm not gonna blame anyone. I take full responsibility for everything. What I learned in the later years, what God showed me, because decades ago, God spoke to me and told me that I was supposed to write a book because I was going to help all these women. And in my mind and in my heart, I'm like, who wants to read anything I'm writing? I'm just a small little country girl. Why would anybody want to read anything that I wrote? Right? I was so broken, the things that happened. And when God spoke to me, this has been over probably 20 years ago when he first spoke this to me, that I was not just broken, I was beautifully broken. And that book manifested a few years ago. And that book is about my story from the time I was 13 through the years. Beautiful. And my prayer is that anyone who reads that book, I pray that it will engage their heart as I poured everything into it from my heart. So that's like actually my prayer, because as I was sharing and engaging my heart, I pray that it connects with theirs.
That's beautiful stories, beautiful stories. Deborah, if you were to give a hint or a tip to someone who was aspiring to help people, and let's say maybe they don't have the faith base that you do, there's some,
okay.
So make it generic to anybody from any kind of walk of life or culture, because we can all learn from each other.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so what would you say is that 2 or 3 tips for a person to start becoming aware of if they want to be of service and help other people? What are the qualities that they have to start connecting to? Because you mentioned kindness and things like that. What would you say to that person that comes up to you, wants to know how to do it?
The number one thing that I would tell them is to be authentically you. Just to be authentically you and have the confidence and trust in yourself that you can do it, right? And when you are authentically you and you don't worry about what this person is doing and what that person is doing, I would let them know they may not think that they know enough to do it right now, but the people that they're called to reach, they know more than that person. There's people, I would tell them this. There is people out there waiting to hear your voice, and another voice they will not follow. So until you speak up, someone's going to be hurting. It's that person that you have a heart to help. That person is going to be hurting until you speak up and let your voice be heard. And it's not about us. It's about the people we've been called to help. Those are the main things that I would tell them.
I'm getting goosebumps all over the place. The flesh is quickening here, Deborah. The flesh is quickening. That's beautiful. So let's dive into that a little bit.
Okay.
Because your focus and concentration is on mindset. So how does the mindset need to shift? Where is the mindset before they start to feel authentic? And how does the authenticity shift in the mindset? Talk us about mindset in relationship to what you just said.
Okay. So when we think about the mindset, it's the most important thing. First of all, I think it was Henry Ford that said, if you think you can, or if you think you can't, they're both right. Okay, right? So therefore, I believe they're going to need a coach to shift their mindset. I do believe that because I've invested a lot of money into growing myself, because I did not just wake up and one day had this mindset. I invested in my own personal growth. So as I invested and my mind started really expanding, right? And there were systems in place to help me. So if anyone is trying to shift their mindset, affirmations is an awesome way. So in other words, and what I'm telling you, I did myself. I did a lot of mirror work because I didn't have the confidence in myself that I can even talk to you. So this is a blessing right here, right? So years ago, I'd be like, no, I don't want to do that. I like staying in the background. I'm not coming forward. But I had to think about the people that were waiting on my voice. When it came to shifting mindset, it's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. It's got to be repetition. So in other words, when I have the thought that I'm not good enough, I reframe them. I get everything I need inside of me to do what I've been called to do. I've been uniquely designed. People are waiting for my voice. I need to speak. Affirmations. I write down vision statements for my life. I read them in the mirror so I can get it in my spirit, so I can get it deep down and know that that's what I believe. Because the subconscious will try to take over and bring all those things that you went through, all the reasons why you shouldn't do it, all the reasons why, no, I can't do it, all the reasons why I'm not ready now, all the reasons why this person knows more than me. Well, comparison is a killer of dreams. The only person we should compare ourselves to is ourselves, right? So when we're talking mindset shifts is kind of like habit changes. And what do I mean by that? So in the morning, we get up, we don't think about brushing our teeth, it's a habit. A mindset shift could be you add something else to that and start getting in that habit. So in other words, while I'm brushing my teeth, I'm going to put something on and listen to it that's going to inspire me. I began to start making that a habit, and it'll be habit by default because I'm doing it every day without even thinking about it.
Brush your teeth.
Yep. So now I'm brushing my teeth. So now I've got this inspirational speech going on. So I'm taking that in as I'm brushing my teeth every morning. It's just little things that create quantum leaps over time. And that's what happens with mindset shifts.
I love how you blend a physical action that you would do every day and you attach a shift in the mind to that action. I'm going to do the action anyway.
Yes.
Jazz and pizzazz to it.
Just add something to it. Yep.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So what have you seen happen to the clients that they start to feel that authenticity? They start to relax to themselves. What have you seen a year later? Yeah. Have you ever had that where somebody comes back to you, Deborah, oh God, I can't. What have you seen happen with those folks?
Let me tell you something. I just got chills you talking about it. It is so rewarding. I told my team, I'm a store manager for Marshalls, and my boss knows that I'm a coach. So he has me coaching ASMs right now, the assistant store managers. I have a group of them that I'm coaching. And I just shared with them today, my greatest reward is to see someone that I coached move into a life they love. And they're sharing it with me, and I can see the joy and the peace that they have. It brings tears to my eyes. It's nothing like it. There's just nothing like it. And all the people that I have mentored and coached always come back to me and tell me, you can't even fathom what you did for me. And really, it just makes me, because it just came natural what I did. You know, what I was doing, it all came natural. And that's where I feel that we are all uniquely designed. We all have things that agitate us, right? We have unique agitations as well. And I tell people this all the time when people say, well, I can't find my purpose. Find your unique agitation and you'll find your purpose.
I heard a great one the other day. A famous comedian that gave a commencement speech at Duke University said, forget passion, forget your purpose, find out what fascinates you.
Okay, right. Exactly.
Isn't that good?
That's so awesome, because that's where you're going to find it. You're not going to be looking for it. It's just going to be, this is what I love to do.
How about the paying it forward? How have you seen people being impacted where it's paid forward and you see the dominoes of what's taking place?
That within itself is just beautiful. I've had two of my clients that's actually pursuing the coaching field now.
Oh, wow,
Be,
that's awesome.
yes, right? Because of what they say that I imparted in their life, they want to do that for other people now because they're on the other side of that. They went from the pain island to the pleasure island now.
Right.
So now they want to give back. And like I always tell them, you can't look at other people because it'll mess you up all the time. So you got to know that the people that's waiting on you, you know more than them and you can help them right now. Although you may not think you know enough, you got enough in you. A lot of times we let the start stop us because we're scared. We're scared to put, go ahead.
Well, it's almost like you only have to be a step ahead of somebody in order to help them.
That's it. Just one step, right? Just one step. And even though that we hear that and it gets in our head, until it gets in our heart and we really believe it, we don't step out. We don't step out. That's a mindset hack. That's a mindset shift. We've got to be willing to just open up. Just open up.
Thank you. I have as we begin to wrap here, I have a two-part question for you. Kind of addressed it just a little bit. What would the Deborah of today say to the Deborah of all those decades ago?
The Deborah of today would say to her old self, Deborah, stop trying to find your identity in other people. Stop looking at other people and marveling after what they're doing and wish you could do it. Stop trying to find love to make you feel good and confident. Stop all of that and look within. Believe in yourself. Have enough faith in yourself to take that first step. And once you take that first step, keep stepping. Never look back. Keep moving forward.
Wow. More goosebumps. And Deborah, what would the Deborah of all those years ago say about the Deborah that she's observing today?
She would say, girl, we did it. Girl, I'm so proud of you. You never gave up. And we are there and we are not turning back.
Wow. Wow. What a delightful my goosebumps. You're getting goosebumps. I don't know what's going on. This is very inspirational. How can we get in touch with you, Deborah? How can people reach out to you and through Facebook or your websites? How can we do that?
At I Am Coach Deborah on Facebook, IG, as well as TikTok, and all of them is I Am Coach Deborah. That's how you can get in touch with me. And then also, I'm gonna can I put the link to my landing page? I can drop the link into my landing page where you can also get in touch with me and set up a consultation if you'd like. I'm available. I'm available.
Well, folks,
I'm here to serve.
Folks, if you want a little dose of goosebumps to make you feel good, just connect with Coach Deborah. My goodness, what a delightful interview this has been. So, and Deborah, you can also, once we get done streaming and it gets set in the Empowered Soul Network, you can put all those links, commentary, tag some people that you want to have see this, and I'll show you more about that. So stick around just for a minute after this. Well, there you go, folks. Empowered Soul Network. This is the first interview that we've had since before the 4th of July, and what a way to start out the rest of the month. Deborah, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Lots of love and light to you in your work. And we talk more.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well. Thank you.
All right, here we'll end the recording here.